10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Press Box with your hosts, Scott Fitzgerald and Sean Clemens.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Football Press Box. What is up? I am live in Canton, everybody. That's right. This is a hotel room I'm streaming from, and I didn't even get my laptop set up in time because we are crazy cabacles over here, and this is all mobile, baby. All mobile all day. Man, what is up, my boy Chris Buster Martin here joining me today. What is up, my friend? How are you?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. It's like time to wake up our fantasy leagues, and I'm starting to see it. Some of my leagues are waking up for the first time from hibernation since the draft, and people are starting to track, like they're starting to write things in there, and now's the best time to start listening. So if your leagues are just waking up, now is the time to listen to what people are saying right as it goes into camp and all. So you're going to find out the things that they've been listening to, the things they're hearing, and the values will start popping in your mind, man. This is my favorite time of year.
I know, man. It's great. Dude, this is it right here. I mean, we're at the expo. Things are going nuts. We're already meeting people here from different fantasy groups, man. And just some exciting new things coming down the pipeline. And it's just going to be great, dude. I'm so excited. This is that time of year, like you said, redraft season is here. Everybody who is into fantasy is drafting right now. For the last few months, it's been us crazy degens that have been drafting. But now it's everybody who likes fantasy football is exactly where we have been for the last 4 months straight. So it's nice to have a little bit of company with our misery. How do you feel about that, Chris? I mean, do you think that, do you call it misery, right? Like I don't call it misery 100%, but I do at the same time because there's so many things that drive me insane about this time of year because you've got a lot of those people that don't do the things the way we do things, right? So it's like you're getting those teenagers on the road for the first time after we've been driving around with all this experienced guys for the last few months, right? Like I kind of get that vibe with the way the redraft season rolls. Give me a little bit of insight on your end, man. How do you feel about how a redraft season feels compared to what we deal with when we're talking about us degens?
Yeah, so Dynasty is a whole different animal. Definitely, you have the draft even to just rejuvenate everybody, bring everybody back around. But redraft, dude, this is some of the people in your leagues don't even really watch football. They're just in it for work or, they want to be in their friend group still, all that kind of stuff. And they're not coming with a lot of information. Sadly, one of your leagues, if you're in a bunch of them, one of those guys wins every year. Every once in a while, one of those dudes somehow pulls it out. Got, some injuries happen.
And they're the ones that never stop talking. Right? They do not stop. They are like, I won. Oh.
Yeah, so my redraft leagues with those kind of those guys, I always and the draft, I'm stacked this year. I'm so stacked this year. And you feel so good leaving those, right? But in the end, man, I'm just excited to have people talking about it again instead of just me sitting here talking to myself. So when we look into sleeper and all those things, like I was saying in Dynasty, dude, this is information time for you. When people start talking, if your league is not awake yet, I would definitely start kicking in there and getting it, out of hibernation and get people to start talking because you're going to get a lot of really interesting information. What's up, Cyborg?
Hey, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you, Cyborg. We got a few people here. Feel free to jump in the comments, guys, if you guys got anything you want to say. We're always here to help. Any kind of questions, comments, anything you want us to help you guys with, that's what we're here for. Also, man, we want to talk a little bit about this expo that's coming up. So me and my girlfriend just got done talking to Bob Lung. He's the main man here at the Fantasy Football Expo. If you're not familiar with Bob, I mean, he's where have you been, I guess, honestly. But he is pretty much the guy who does it all when it comes to the Fantasy Football Expo. He is that captain of the ship. He's the guy standing there, guiding them through the rocks and making sure that they stay afloat. And he does a great job of it. So we got to meet him. We were bullshitting with him a little bit earlier and talking with some few different guys from different places. And it's just it's going to be one of those events, right? This is what we've been waiting for. We've been talking about this for a few months. We've got everything ready to go. We're here. We're actually on site now. We're mingling. We're talking. And I mean, it's starting out gangbusters. We've been here for less than a few hours. We've already talked to a few people. Might be able to sneak my way into the poker tournament tomorrow. We're going to figure that out here in a little while. But, talking to Drew from the football guys, setting that up. And I mean, just all these different people are going to be here that we've been either watching on TV or following on podcasts and whatnot for the last however many years. And, we're actually a part of this. Like, you guys are with us too. I know you guys aren't here physically, but, you guys are here spiritually and with us in our hearts and our minds and everything that we're doing, because it's all meant to benefit you guys. And anything we learn here, we're passing right along to you, so that, you don't have to worry about missing out on any information. We're going to give that all to you guys as well. And I mean, it's kind of the culmination of things, right? And the gauntlet of things that we've been through over the last few years. I mean, that has been, I would say that it's all been worth it, I guess, is a way of putting it, right? Like, there's a lot of tumultuous times. There's a lot of times that we thought that maybe things wouldn't turn out all that great. And, here we are, I think, in a much better place than we were before, and moving forward at light speed. Roster Roulette is
obviously things are looking up,
right? Chris is here. Roster Roulette's going crazy. I mean, we got our boys from Lightning Leagues here too. I mean, everything. Dan joining the team. I mean, all of these things that have happened.
Is there anybody that you're specifically looking forward to meeting that you haven't met before, or like you've met online but you haven't met in person yet? Is there anybody that you're like, man, I just can't wait to meet this person?
All right, so this is going to sound a little fanboy-y, but I'm okay with sounding a little fanboy right now, because this is our show. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Yes.
So, I really want to meet Michael Florio. I mean, he's a Bills fan. He's a big fantasy, guy, and he just seems like a nice dude. Like, just like the way that he comes off on the air and stuff, and the way that he just seems like a genuinely nice person and like a friendly guy. So, like, I would really like to meet him, talk a little Bills, and get a little bit of insight from him on what he thinks about the Bills this year and stuff, because I know that's not fantasy related, but he's a giant Bills guy, and I would just like to see if he's got any insight into the upcoming season, because I am very excited about what's going to happen this year with our team and the new stadium and all those good things. So that's the one guy. Him and Marcus Grant, obviously, it sounds fanboy, it sounds cheesy to bring up the two, bigger names that work for the NFL Network, but it's really because, like, I just think that they come off as like fun guys to be around, man. And that's the key, like, I just want to be talking to people that seem fun and friendly, and, don't think that, they're, don't stink, because, that turns me off real quick. So if that ends up happening, then, I'll be walking away and we'll be hanging out with other people, but I'd be shocked. I really would. I don't get that impression from those guys at all.
In the end, dude, instead of taking selfies with all these people, you should just have them have their phone in their hand and like take pictures of both your hands playing Roster Roulette. That's what you need to do this weekend. Yeah. It'll be like
I'm
Sean
not worried
and
about
Le'Veon
selfies,
Bell
dude.
Playing, Roster Roulette together.
Right. If I'm telling those guys to grab their phone, it's not to take a picture. I'll tell you that right now. It's gonna be to get on that game, check out rosterroulette.net, play along with us, sign up while you're at it. That is the main goal, man. I cannot wait to see how these guys react to that game. I've already had a couple of people I've explained it to just downstairs before I came up here to the room to record this, and they were all pretty like, that sounds really cool, man. The same way all of you guys have reacted to it, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody reacts kind of the same way. That sounds pretty cool, right? And so you see it and you play it, and then you realize it is the way it sounds. So it's really, I think, going to go over real well with these guys. They seem to be excited about it, and if it happens the way I hope it happens, sky's the limit, man. We're gonna come back to Vegas, and we're gonna just hit the ball. We're gonna hit the ground running, man, and we're gonna go crazy with it.
Is your booth? Are you doing booths multiple days? Like, what's happening over the? I know there's a poker tournament tomorrow, and Friday night is like a big party, right? Like, you got to like a networking type deal.
Yep. So there's a poker tournament tomorrow. And then there's this group called the FSGA, which I know you guys who are familiar with the show, you guys have heard about the FSGA before. They're a group that we're part of, Fantasy Sports Gaming and Fantasy Sports and Gaming Association is what FSGA is. And they're going to have a gathering tomorrow afternoon. The thing with the gathering tomorrow afternoon is that's going to be when Scott is actually playing in the poker tournament that's happening tomorrow as well. So I'll be at the FSGA, Scott will be at the poker tournament. We'll have double rep in 2 different locations. Because that's how we do things, man. We are here to network, baby. We are here to grow the group, network, and get everybody to understand how awesome not only roster roulette is, but also the triathlon game and the Grimkin, and want them to be a part of all of that. So that will be our main focus. But I got totally digressed here and lost my focus on what we were talking about before that. But again, this expo, man, it's the beginning. It's really the beginning, dude, of what we will be, and I'm super excited about it.
And Saturday is like a booth day.
Yes, thank you for bringing me back to the point that we were talking about. Yes, guys, this is alcohol.
No, it's okay.
Yes. So Friday we have the poker tournament.
This is a polar seltzer because I had a rough night last night.
What? You're drinking a polar seltzer?
Yeah, on the show, man. That's pretty rough.
Wow, guys, he actually waited until we were live on the air to tell me that. Otherwise, I probably would not have let him come on the air with a polar seltzer. Just so you guys know.
I have to go spike it real quick.
Hey, whatever it takes though to get through the hangovers at our age, man. I don't blame you one bit.
100%, man.
I do
I'm
not
off
blame
this
you.
week too, so it was worth. I didn't have work this week, so life is good.
So Saturday.
Yep.
So Saturday, let me get back on track again. So we're going to do this over and over again. If I don't try to keep us on track and you don't try to keep me on track, because alcohol sends me down multiple tracks. You know how that works. So keep me from Spyborgen, and we're good to go. So Saturday, from what I understand, Saturday is like the big day. They have like the events. They have like a lot of things going on, like the meet and greet thing, because it's not the actual booth day. So I would assume that Saturday, and this is all assumptions because I haven't done this personally, but I would assume that Saturday is going to be more of the like everybody hang out and get to know each other day and really like work the events and have fun time doing that stuff. Sunday is the day that we're actually handling the actual booth and the like expo itself, right? So that's kind of the layout that I've been hearing from this time. Like you guys heard the show, you guys heard Dick and Aurelio. You saw how much I got out of that, which was, not a lot. So there really wasn't a whole lot that I could do to prepare myself for what's coming. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. I'm a Buffalo fan. I love my Wings. So I figured let's just go ahead and wing it through the weekend.
Have a good time. Yeah, dude, I would go for it. Like it's, again, first one. So you're just walking in trying to figure. Saturday, it says drafts. Like if you go on their website and check it out. So are you participating in like expert drafts? What? How does that work? Any idea yet?
So there is drafts and there is openings, and there's a chance that we could do that. I'm waiting for Scott to come in tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow with Scott and see, because from what I understand, there's quite a few openings available. So it's not like I have to like jump on it right now to make sure I get in. Mm-hmm. So when Scott gets into town, like we'll talk about it and we'll see, do we want to be in the same league or separate leagues or whatever? And we'll come up with a game plan and then we'll attack that on Saturday. So my guess is that yes, Saturday we will be drafting in a few leagues and, being at least a part, or maybe at least one, I guess, say maybe one for me, one for him, and, go from there. But it sounds like Saturday is a work in progress from what I understand as far as the drafts are concerned. And my guess is that things will start to fill as people are mingling and talking about it throughout today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. That's what I would think. And then how long are you staying in Canton?
So we're here through Sunday night, and the expo happens Sunday. So literally after the expo is done, we're going to be packing up and rolling out. And when we're going to be driving back to Michigan with Scott. And then we're going to end up in Michigan and Detroit. I have family from there. My mom's from Detroit originally. So we're going to spend a lot of time there with my grandma's family on my mom's side, which it's, those of you that are been here with us for a while know that we lost my grandma last May. So a year ago, May, not this most recent May, but this is her family. So it'll be nice to go see everybody for the first time. And not only did we lose her, but we lost her brother who was out there, and I'll be visiting with my cousins, his children. And so we'll get to see all them. We'll get to introduce my girlfriend to a lot of them that haven't met her. So this that part of it'll be more of a personal family kind of get together, which I'm really excited about myself, just on a personal level. The but me and Scott, I'll be back in Michigan as well, so we'll be spending some time hanging out, of course, too. Scott
So
and Ro, I want them to meet my family as well, and so we'll all be together.
what's the plan for Monday?
Monday, we're going to be flying home on Monday for the show. You mean? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right. You're not talking about the following week, right? Okay. Yeah, the Monday for the show. So me and Scott have talked about this. We've been trying to come up with a concept, with a opportunity for us to like kind of work like in the same room and do a show together. So we were in the same room for this Monday show since we're
I
going to
think
be
you should
together.
be on a couch. You should be on a couch sitting next to each other.
Hey man, you've seen Scott's setup. All right. Like I might have to build it for us to be able to in that situation.
Yeah, you probably have to have like 4 computers all around.
Right. We have a hard enough time getting Scott to look straight at the camera. So, it might be a little bit more difficult.
You might have to turn the couch so he can be like, shout out to Scott. Scott did say what's up, by the way, man. He must be on the road listening to us.
He is. Yeah, I'm sure he is. What's up, buddy? Drive safe, man. We'll see you here soon, doggy. He's actually on his way to his sister-in-law's. They're going to be staying there tonight so that him and his wife can hang out with her sister for a day, and then they're coming through. So we'll see them tomorrow afternoon.
I'm a little jealous,
but I'm sure
man.
he's listening right now.
Car.
Bro, all you got to do is show up. All you got to do is show up, man. You get here, we'll take care of you from there. There he is. See, there's Scott, since we can go to the bar. All right. Hey, we are going to the bar, Scott. It's not that we can, it is that we will. Like, all right. So there's no can in this. There is a will.
And I think that the SDFS hub deserves pictures of that night. Like I want some legit, the hangover pictures.
Oh, absolutely. You guys, we're going to be doing some stuff here, right? We're going to take some videos. We're going to do some things. I was thinking about this the other day. I was going to tell my girlfriend that she needs to film me and Scott's meet and greet for the first time, right? This isn't our first time meeting, by the way. This is not the first time we've seen each other in person, but it's the first time in a while. So, I'm going to have her film it, and
are you guys going to like put your bags down and hug and like have music playing in the background?
I mean, maybe it'll be like a bag drop slow-mo run into each other's arms,
right?
I mean, it could be one of those scenarios. You never know.
I hope you drink beforehand, Scott. Get a couple drinks in, buddy. I wouldn't show up sober tomorrow.
It's going to be like this. I need a hero.
I'm in. Let's do it. You know what you're doing with AI, man. You can make anything happen.
Right? Like make it seem like I'm in Canton. Oh,
right? You're going to freak out.
Oh, man.
And then, dude, what about the charity? What's going on? How are we doing numbers wise?
Yes, definitely. So the fundraiser, guys, right now we're doing so good right now. I just can't believe like how much you guys have come through for us, and like, and not even for us, for these people that need the help, man. It's not for us, it's for them. And you guys are doing such a great job, man. It's so awesome. We are literally, our goal was 1,800 when we started this, and we thought that we would get to a decent enough point to have a few bucks in there, but we would really make that push when we came to the expo, and that was when we might get a few extra dollars here to help us really reach that goal. We didn't need the expo. You guys are pushing us so far there. We are over halfway. We are almost 2/3 of the way to our goal at this point. We're at $1,140 total dollars right now. I mean, that is just amazing, guys. Like, I can't express to you guys how much that means to me to know that you guys are willing to do this for these people that need it. And like, I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed by it, man. It's really amazing. And I'm super excited to continue to push this now that we're at the expo, and you guys have done such a great job starting us out. Like, I mean, I feel like we need to bump our goal up, and continue to try to push for more. Yeah, I want to get this thing up into that 3,000 range. Let's do it, guys. Like, help us out here. I know you got friends that could jump in here. And the one thing I want to make sure I reiterate for you guys too, because I've noticed a couple of people have mentioned this, and I've had to explain to them that it does not require you to play in a league in order to get into a drawing. You can donate, and you can get into the helmet drawing for the Jamar Chase autograph Salute to Service helmet, which we will have live for you guys here soon. And me and Scott will post a little video of us with the helmet live, so you guys will actually see the thing. It's really awesome. I've seen it with Scott. He did a little bit call with me, and I checked it out. And I mean, it is so cool. So that will be something that you guys have access to. without having to play in a league. So even if they're not a fantasy person, like tell them, throw $5 at it, throw $10 at it, get your name in the hat. Because you never know. I mean, this helmet is worth $700-800 at least. And that's just right now. It's going to keep going up the more Jamar does Jamar things. So it's totally worth it, man. And it is 100% going to the Fantasy Cares group. They are going to take every single penny that you guys give to help these people. So, I want to try to give as much as we can. I want you guys to understand that this is something that we want to do consistently and that we really want you guys to be a part of. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody that's done it. I'm going to say thank you to everybody that will do it. And like I said, man, I mean, it gets overwhelming if I keep talking about it. I'm going to get all Hallmark teary on you guys, and I don't want to do that. So, I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm overwhelmed. And it's been amazing.
So, and dude, not to mention, we're only one league in. We're in the first Jamar Chase Jersey League. And we still have James Cook coming, a Bijan jersey coming. What's the third jersey?
The third jersey is Devon Achane.
Yeah, so you got all three of those coming, and then the Brock Bowers helmet. What's the Brock Bowers helmet? What was
the Brock Bowers helmet? So that one right there, so the other one, so let's break it down first with the other jerseys, because I want to explain that, because I will understand why the Brock Bowers one is so, unique. So the other three ones are a drawing system. So everybody who donates at least $30 gets one ticket. If you donate 60, it's 2, 90 is 3, 90 plus is 3. So maximum of 3 tickets. So everybody gets 3 tickets into the drawing. If they donated 90 or more, anybody who's 30, 60, whatever, the right amount of tickets. Once we pull those tickets, then we're going to give you guys the opportunity to decide whether you want to be in the slow draft or one of the fast drafts. We're going to have 2 leagues. Now, you won't know what jerseys they are yet. We're not going to do the jersey drawing part of that until after we've locked in the league players, because we don't want you to, I want to do this league or that league only for this jersey or that jersey. That's not what we're doing this for, guys. We want to make sure that you guys have the ability to draft. So if you're not free for the fast draft, then you could do the slow draft. That's the whole point of that. We're not trying to make it, I want this jersey or that jersey. We all want certain ones, of course. I would prefer the James Cook, right? But I might not end up in that league, and that's totally fine if that happens. But that's kind of how we're setting this up, so that you guys, so that we can't kind of earmark specific people and then some people miss out and so on and so forth. We're trying to make this as fair as we can. Yeah, so that's kind of how we're going to do this. And then but the main thing for the Brock helmet, this is where you actually do have a chance to lock yourself in. The Brock helmet is the top 12 donators are going to get into the Brock helmet. So if you are one of the top 12 amounts that was donated, right? So I donated a few bucks, I know Chris donated a few bucks. I know a few people have donated a few bucks, whoever the top 12 amounts are, and you can double down. So if you've already donated and you want to make sure you're in the Brock and you want to donate more, they will add together to be your total. It's not going to be, each donation is their own thing. No, whoever donates, if you donate 2, 3, 4 times, those are going to total together to make your overall donation for the Bowers. So don't feel like you guys can't throw a few more bucks if you've already donated and you didn't, feel like you did enough to get the Brock Bowers walk in. Feel free to donate more. It's going to go to a great place. But the bottom line is, at the end of this, when we decide to stop this, which that will be our last one that we run, will be that Brock Bowers draft. When that happens, at that point, the top 12 donators are going to get into that league automatically. So there will not be any drawing. There won't be any kind of guesswork. It'll be the top 12 donators, period. Unless there's a tie for 12th place, of course, then we'll have to do some sort of a wheel spin to figure out who gets that 12th spot. But otherwise, the top 12 donators will be the ones that enter into this automatically. So that helmet does come with a really cool mirrored face shield. It is amazing. So make sure you guys
donate. You're going to be wearing
donate.
it around your house if you win it. You know what I mean? People are going to be wearing that thing on football Sunday. If you're a Raiders fan, man, this is for you. Don't forget, this is our QR code up here. That's how you access the GoFundMe if you do want to join. And also, the most important part, dude, these are all best balls. So it's set and forget. Everybody here that's listening to us is most likely a DGen, so they understand what that means. But in the end, this is not a league where you have to do roster management all season. It is something where you best ball and let it happen. End of the season, you might end up with a James Cook jersey. So that's another great aspect of the whole situation.
Yep.
So,
or a Bijan Robinson or a Devon Achane, you could get one of those and a Brock Bowers helmet.
Yeah.
Or you can get more than one of those in it. But you could literally right now, if you donate $90, there is an opportunity for you to get into all 3 jersey leagues and the Brock Bowers helmet. That could happen right now with a 90+ donation. So, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything because obviously the leagues are drawings, but the Brock Bowers helmet is obviously a guarantee if you donate enough. Otherwise, I mean, like there really is a chance for you to get into every single one of these 4 leagues that we've got coming up. So, and it can be done for a $90 donation. I mean, you're not going to buy an autographed Brock Bowers helmet, an autographed James Cook jersey, an autographed Bijan Robinson jersey, and an autographed Devon Achane jersey for $90. You won't.
Anywhere on the planet. You'd have to steal them.
Yeah, if you do, it's fake. There's no way you're going to find that.
Buy them overseas, probably. I'll hand, dude. So I guess the other question is, when we draw the leagues, are we going to do that through the hub? Are we going to do it on here? How are we going to do that?
We're going to do that here live on the show. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the show. Make sure you like and subscribe while you're at it. And that is the best way to make sure you stay up to speed. Because without the subscription, you might not know when the actual drawings are going to happen because it's going to be based on, timeline with the drafts and things like that. So coming back from the expo next week, we're going to be out here until the 2nd, me and my girlfriend, when we fly back to Vegas and get everything situated from there. Probably like 2nd week of August or so, we're going to really break down this is when this setup, and we're going to start pulling some names and numbers and going from there. So be ready for that, guys. It'll be sometime in that 2nd week of August that we start to pull that together. Probably that 2nd Monday of August when we do our show. So be ready for that one. But that'll be when the time comes, and we're going to have a slow draft that'll kick off. Probably be one of the later ones to kick off. The fast drafts will happen most likely on the Thursday shows, like we always do. So that'll be kind of how we set it up. And myself, Chris, Scott, we'll all get together. We'll make sure we get you guys the exact setup prior to that launch date and everything. Give you guys a heads up. Meanwhile, the main thing you guys need to worry about right now is helping to get donations in. If you guys bring somebody in and they verify that you brought them in, I will give you an extra ticket. I have no problem with that. If you can recommend us to somebody who maybe doesn't want to play, who just wants to donate, you can have their tickets. I have no problem with that. As long as you guys can verify that they were referred by you, have them tell me, hey, so-and-so sent me, good to go. All we need. So I would really appreciate that, guys, because the more, the better. It's going to a great cause. That is the key. It's going to a great cause. And
hey, Mom, I need you to make a donation.
Right? I'm saying, you know what I mean? Hey, worst case, your mom might win the Jamar Chase helmet. Who's she going to give that to next Christmas?
Dude,
you know what I mean?
If my mom wins the Brock Bowers helmet, I'm going to have her put it on and take a picture. I mean, dude, how great is she? 80 years old, and she's going to be sitting there with a Brock Bowers autograph helmet with the visor on. That'd be the most badass,
Oh, that would be epic, dude. That would be almost as cool as watching her tackle you in it.
You could also make money. Just bring the helmet to the bar, and you can let people take selfies with it on. You can make money that way. There's all kinds of ways you can make money.
You got to chase that guy down the street who's trying to run off with your Bowers helmet on his head.
God forbid you get near him, he's going to use it.
He's like, just hauling. Oh, I love it.
While we're in here and we're talking, let's do a tiny bit, at least the fantasy football talk. What do you think of this whole Alvin Kamara signing? Do you think it matters at all for Travis Etienne?
Here's my thought with Ben. Go ahead.
No, my thing is right now, Kamara's coming off a 2024 where he was rock solid. 2025, he was obviously injured for part of the season. He looks like he's slowing down. The whole thing is, man, he still could draw looks away, and he definitely still going to be receiving the ball if he can stay healthy. So I do think it does hurt his value. It would have been nicer if Kamara just went off into the sunset, and finished off. But I do think it could a little bit affect it. It's not like I'm buying Kamara because of it, but I am sliding Etienne down a little bit because of it more.
So here's where I stand with Kamara, right? So I like Kamara. I think, obviously, I like him. I mean, he's been a great player in the league for a lot of years, and he's Huspy Hall of Famer. Huspy. So, there's a chance. But I think that this specific signing, I think, is a little bit more of a much ado about nothing situation. I don't think it's going to change what they were already going to do. So whether or not they were planning on playing him to the level they do, or playing him a lot less than what we anticipate, whatever the case ends up being, I think that plan was already in place long before this contract. So I don't really feel like that changes things for me, if that makes sense.
Do you think
So
this?
that's kind
Well,
of
they
where I sit with
restructured
it.
they restructured his contract, and it did take time to do that. So it's not going to be like a sign and retire like week one. I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be a situation like that because they did spend time on the contract. It took a couple weeks to figure that out. So that is one thing that I think it did open cap space and all. So look at it, Martin's
Do you
here.
think
What's up, Martin?
Oh, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I mean, does that tell you though? Like, so here's my question for you on that, right? Do you think that the reason that it took so long, do you think was because he was like, I'm not taking the pay cut, and they were basically like, either you take this pay cut or we're cutting you. That's your two choices. And so eventually he worked his way down. Like, do you think that that might be the case potentially?
Yeah,
Because
100%.
I mean,
But
there's a chance.
I do think they're going to try and run him into the ground a little bit. I do meaning like give him some opportunities, not run him into the ground, but you know what I mean? I feel like they're going to use him a little bit at times, especially if people aren't looking at him a whole lot. And like I said, this doesn't really hurt. This doesn't help Kamara's value for me. It a little bit, you're going against when you're doing ETN drafting, you have like Breece Hall right there, Kyron Williams right there. I'm now pushing him just to the end of those guys. And man, the more I look at Breece's numbers last year, they were really bad. And this offense does not look like, not to switch speeds right here, but now that I brought up his name, I've been looking at his numbers a lot lately, and he had like 10 points in like 8 games last year, or under 10 points in 8 games last year. That's a little scary to me too. So all those guys in that range, I don't know if that's the dead zone. It seems a little, round 5, but I'm definitely taking my running backs early, at least 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there. I'm taking at least 2 probably.
Yeah. No, you're dead on right with that. And like there was a draft where I passed on Breece Hall recently, and I was very upset with myself afterwards. And it's because I'm in the same boat you are, right? So a lot of people are down on Breece. They say because of the fact that he's on the Jets and they're a crappy team, and they got Geno Brokejaw throwing the ball, like all those things like are causing people to be down on him. I'm like, well, they drafted 2 stud receivers this year, along with Garrett Wilson, who's already on their roster. They have pretty solid O-line overall. If you really look at it name by name, like they're okay in that area for sure. And Geno is a serviceable quarterback. He's proven that he can be a serviceable quarterback. Now, he's not anybody special, but he's in that Tyrod range. He's a serviceable guy, who can do the job.
A little bit older.
Yeah, right? Yeah, he's in that range. So I think that the hate on Breece, to me, is unfounded. I don't see any reason why people should be hating on him.
His numbers last year were not great. His numbers last year were not great. At least like not on a game-to-game basis, but he did have a stretch.
Everything in the Jets last year was not great.
I mean, it was bad. Martin, I don't know about him getting traded. He just got a new deal, so that would be a pretty expensive trade. I don't know. I mean, he's super talented. If he did end up somewhere else, that'd be amazing. But I think
could see him getting traded if they're falling apart mid-season and there's a contender who had an injury issue or something.
Yeah,
I could see that.
And anything with Geno last year is pretty much off the board. That offensive line and the Raiders' offensive line was just complete garbage last year. He's playing with a lot of young players too, and that team was just garbage. So Geno, yes, he's not my favorite quarterback, but hey, man, in the end of best ball, when you're at that point when there's nobody left, it's like him and Tua and a couple other guys. I definitely would grab Geno there as like if I missed the 3rd quarterback or something like that.
So let me ask you with Geno, right? So this is a great question. I'm glad you brought this up. So Superflex best ball, right? We've done this a couple of times. I think this just happened to both of us recently in a draft, so this will be a fun discussion. Geno Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young. They're sitting there on the board for you. You have to take your QB3 to lock down your roster for your QB3 because you're on the turn and there ain't no way you're getting any one of those guys if you don't take one now. So out of them, who is your top guy?
I mean, I want to say Bryce Young. I really want to say Bryce Young. I mean, it's redraft because it's best ball. But again, I'm Rodgers. I'm not really touching. which is weird because I do think Michael Pittman's going to get some action now. I think Michael Pittman is a guy I'm going to slowly rise up my boards a little bit. I feel like the defense is going to be all over DK, and Pittman plays more of that role that Rodgers throws to at times. But who else did you say? Bryce Young, Tua. I mean, man, you got to keep that head straight. That's another one. That's a tough one. I think I'm probably going Bryce Young, and I think ADP shows that, right? Bryce Young is the first drafted out of those 4 guys.
He is, but I've also seen him dropping in like multiple drafts lately, actually, specifically in the most recent drafts. I've been noticing him dropping behind a few of those guys, which is why I kept him in that mix. So, to me, I'm with you. To me, I think he's a slight bit ahead of those other guys, personally.
Yeah. At that point, I'm just hoping somehow Kyler still fell because, man, I can't believe where he's going right now. I know Dan hates him. Dude. I trust in Kyler right now, man.
I've been taking Kyler every time. I've been taking Kyler like crazy. I have been taking him like crazy because he's got JJ. He's got Kevin O'Connell, my face cousin, a.k.a. the quarterback whisperer. I mean, he's got what he needs to be successful. If somebody can convince him to put down the Call of Duty for at least one full season, I think we could have ourselves a decent quarterback. I really do.
And we have. Like, he has been really good. People forget how many seasons he was good. And, dude, he's got the motor feet. Like, I definitely think if he can stay healthy, I do like Kyler a lot. And I'm grabbing him in, like, the 6th round. I'm trying to grab him right before people are even thinking about him. But I have seen him go as early as 5. I've seen a couple people take him in the 5th round.
It's been funny, man, because he's that guy. He is that guy this year. He goes anywhere from the 5th to the 8th. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that drastic of a difference. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, another guy that I've been doing a little dive is dude, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a good year this year because he has 5 legitimate weapons if Travis Hunter plays at all on offense. That little bit scares me in best ball. I'm going to grab some of those guys later if I grab Trevor Lawrence. But I am a little bit scared now for Myers. They're going to spread that around. Brenton Strange. You got Parker Washington. You got Brian Thomas. And you got Travis Hunter. But I am, if I do grab Trevor Lawrence and I get one of those guys, because usually if I do that, I'm going to try and grab the last one of those guys. I also grab Travis Hunter in like 22, like way, way down at the end of the draft. Whatever he drops to, and
and Jacoby Myers is the other one. He's fallen so far. I mean, he's dropping. Him and Mekhi Lemon are the 2 guys that I see consistently falling in drafts. And I'm like, I can understand the Mekhi Lemon. He's a rook. He's on, he's on an offense that's not really super pass happy. They do a ton of like tush pushing and rushing, so they don't really like for sure focus on wideouts. So I can understand why Mekhi Lemon is dropping. But I mean, I just don't understand why he's dropping. I really don't get it. It's to me, I think Jacoby Myers. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jacoby Myers. I don't understand why Jacoby Myers is dropping. I think he is just. I think he is the most polished wide receiver in that group. I think Parker Washington did come on in the end, and I think that Brian Thomas is the most talented receiver in that group.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy with the highest.
Jacoby Myers, exactly. But I think Jacoby is the hype guy. He is the Keenan Allen of that offense.
And he's the vet in the room. He's the vet. He's got some years under his belt.
Allen survived. And for all those years, before he got to that point, because Jacoby's not at Allen age. He's not over the hill or anything physically. He's still got another couple of years in him that he can be a really solid player. So I don't see Brian Thomas maturing enough route-wise, not like mentally, but like route-wise, like NFL maturing enough to surpass what Jacoby Myers can bring to the table for this season.
Yeah.
Right? The guy that I'm worried about the most taken from Jacoby is Parker. Parker could rob Jacoby more than Brian can rob Jacoby, in my opinion.
Right.
And so that's the one that I'm worried about the most in that aspect. And Parker showed me something at the end of the year last year that, like, he could be that Edelman type of guy who was drafted late but just has that something about him. Like he kind of get that feeling from Parker. So like I'm a little concerned about him more so than anything else because he could very well steal the show. He could steal the show.
Parker,
the way that he played towards the end of the year.
I'm definitely grabbing one of those 3 if I take, in a best ball league, Trevor Lawrence, and then at some point I'm grabbing one of those 3. But like I said, I'm waiting for the guy that drops out of those 3. I've seen Parker and Brian Thomas, usurp each other every once in a while. But I haven't really seen Jacoby Myers go first out of those three.
He never does. He goes, and he not only does he not go first, but he goes a lot later. Like he drops like pretty far. Yeah. Like to the point where it's like, man, I mean, Parker falls too. Like, don't get me wrong. Parker, you can get a good deal too in the right draft. But I feel like, I mean, if you're getting Parker at that deal in that draft, you're getting Jacoby at a great deal in that draft because he's dropping even farther than Parker. So,
and
I mean,
depending on how deep you are, if you're filling your bench, you could grab two of those guys. Depending on the week. It's just I do get a little bit more nervous in like a redraft league or something that's not best ball with drafting one of those guys as one of my top 3 receivers, because some weeks somebody else is going to get fed or multiple people are going to get fed, and that definitely scares me. It's funny you brought up Makai Lemon. I don't know why he is dropping so much. I've seen it too. I've noticed. I feel like he's down 2 to 3 rounds from where he was before, and I do think. Like the big thing was with him in the draft beforehand, like whenever they were at the combine, he like answered questions weird and people got very turned off by him. Like he wasn't going to be, but again, the dude, watch some tape, man. That guy is uber talented and he's going to fill a role in Philly. Like AJ Brown is gone. I'm not saying he's going to take that role, but what I mean is now like Devonta Smith and AJ Brown were able to eat last year. Obviously Saquon will have an uptick most likely unless he gets injured, but I do think Makai Lemon, like you said, I think that's another guy right now, a total buy opportunity for him. Even as funny as it is from guys that drafted him, even guys that drafted him, a couple months ago were probably not going to be as high on him as they were. So that's another guy that
it's crazy, bro. It's insane how far down the list he's dropped. And I mean, like he was a top 20 drafted receiver. Every top 20 drafted receiver we've seen in the last few years has at least gotten some sort of like, target share in their first year. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of Travis Hunter. Yeah, well, Rager and Hunter, of course, are the outliers, right? But for the most
Jalen Rager is painful because, dude, we could have had Justin Jefferson right after that. But yeah,
what do you mean right after that? Instead of that,
Martin said, don't forget about Tootin in that offense again. Him too. That's another. Apparently, I'm up in the Chase Jersey League draft. He just said.
Oh, there you go. Get in there and pick, buddy. You've been up for a while now, if I'm not mistaken.
So wait, let me take a look. I'm just going to tell you how much
Is it funny that I literally just looked in my pocket for my phone that I'm, doing the show on right now?
Talking on? I'll be looking for my glasses later. Same thing. I don't even know who. Oh, you know who I'm going to take? It's round 14. Round 14, I'm taking Jalen McMillan.
Oh, you son of! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's the guy I like right there. I do like Jalen McMillan right now. His range is so low. Anything happens to Godwin, he gets opportunity again like that.
I don't even think he needs that Godwin to not have anything happen to him. I think because Mike Evans is gone, I think he's going to get a good amount of targets now. And I know that everybody's excited about Egbuka, but I think Egbuka and Godwin steal from each other more than McMillan gets taken.
Yeah, because Egbuka's not consistent. He's just not consistent. He's good, but he's not consistent at this point. So he's still he just took Omar Cooper, and I sniped him. Nice. That feels good. Or maybe he's saying you got sniped.
He says I got sniped. It's like fucking
he's
right. I think I did. I mean, it's not even me. It's her team, but still.
I think round 14 is a good time to take someone like Omar Cooper and grab one of those rookies. This is where I'm taking like Nicholas Singleton or, some of those guys. I'll start to lean up a little bit on those if they are sitting there and I don't love what's on the board currently. So I think Omar
Singleton is a guy that's been climbing. Like if you like Singleton and you want to take him, like take him a round earlier than you think. Like don't like, I think I can sneak him around later. Just take him. Just take him there. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people do exactly what Chris has talked about. And they're like, Singleton, like this and that. Like he will not make it back. Just take him. If you want him, take him.
Yeah, I feel like there's certain guys that I watch go a little bit earlier than I like. And I do feel like ADP is always evolving, obviously. And we still have ADP from way back in May, still lumped into the ADP for certain guys. Don't forget about Ted Hurst in Tampa Bay. That's true. Ted Hurst, the best name, dude. He's like a plumber,
I thought he was talking about the ticket booth guy, but I guess that's an actual player, right?
It is. He's down the depth chart. Yeah, and people have been talking up Bucky Irving. I'm still staying away.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Bucky guy. You want to talk about? Let's talk about a guy that's really been polarizing lately. This guy has gone from second all the way down. I've seen him fall all the way to the 6th or 7th round in certain drafts, from the early second in the beginning of the season.
Wait. Let me see if I can guess who it is. Neighbors, good. Not touching him. 6th, 7th round, maybe. I'm not putting him in my starting lineup of 3 wide receiver leagues because I have to buy another wide receiver to play. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not. I know I might be the one that's out on him and missed that train. I'm not doing it, man. The Dynasty, I'm still in. But
I'm the guy who's living and dying by that train, buddy. Like, I'm on that train, and if it derails and crashes, I will die. Because I have 80% of my leagues probably Neighbors in him at this point, because he's dropped to the point where I am just taking him. So now I'm taking him in that 6th round. He's dropping to the 6th round. Let me look and see exactly where I just took him. I just took him in a league, actually. And I think, I want to say it was.
Frozen for me for a sec. You froze on my screen. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
How is this? Is this better for you?
That's better. Yep, that works. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I tried to jump over to help you guys out and or to explain to you guys where I was at with Malik Neighbors on that draft that I was mentioning.
Oh, but if you go on your phone right
doing
now.
Yeah, exactly. So here we are. So I want to say it was the 6th round.
Is it the league that is it the Chase League?
It could be. It could be the Chase League, if I'm not mistaken. I've been helping her draft her team in that league, so I've been getting mixed up on which ones.
So it's the first pick of round 5. He was 5'1".
5? Okay.
Yep.
So and that's a little earlier. But
yeah, guys you took them over are Devonta Smith, Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, T. Higgins, Tet. See, man, I can't do that. I'm grabbing at least. I don't know about T. Higgins. T. Higgins is also an injury concern. Yeah. So Martin just heard today Neighbors will be ready for week 1. The problem is, dude, he'll go to pick up his newspaper and stub his toe, and then he's out. Like, he has a turf toe issue that's been ongoing since college on top of the knee. So he scares me, dude, and just I don't know if he's going to play this first couple weeks. But if I'm wrong,
I honestly, I think I personally, like, if you gun to my head and wanted an answer, I think he misses the first 4 weeks of the season. I really do. I think he ends up on pub. Yeah, I think he ends up on pub and he misses the first 4 weeks. That's what if a gun to my head and I had to make a choice, that's where I would fall right now.
And listen, dude, he's good. He's amazing when he's healthy. So like, I'm going to be wrong at some point. You try and make a move for him in your leagues. Try and make a move with Scott. Maybe Scott will be frustrated by week 4. I'm kidding, but like in general, man, like that's what people should be doing, is looking for that guy who doesn't have him. Says Harbaugh won't let that happen. You don't think he'll let him? Martin says Harbaugh won't let that happen. I'm guessing he means the pup list.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's talking about like Harbaugh, because I think what he's referencing, and I can understand that. I think what he's referencing is that Harbaugh, when his first year in New York, he wants to come out and like show that, hey, I was a good hire, or like he's not going to want Neighbors sitting on the sideline most of the season.
Yeah.
So I can understand what he's referencing there. But at the same time, man, I also think Harbaugh is the type of coach that has earned at least a few years. And I don't think he's super concerned about year 1 the way like a different type of coach who doesn't have the established track record that Harbaugh has would feel like. You know what I'm saying? So like, to me, I think Harbaugh has no problem letting Malik sit until Malik needs to, until Malik is fully healthy before he comes back out on the field, because his job is not in jeopardy based on how this season ends.
100%.
So, like,
I agree with that.
I feel.
Yeah, he said nope, stubbing his toe, but I got to tell you, man, he hasn't shown a lot of getting players to show discipline. You saw that Scattaboo shuffle last week. And then the other thing is, did you see his first interview, Harbaugh's, with the team?
No,
So he was getting a little bit slammed for it. It was very much like, I'm here. I'm honored to be. He's talking to the team, and he's like, "It's an honor to coach the Giants." And then he's like, "Right, coaches?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, it just didn't come off as like, I don't know what I was looking for. I hate the Giants, but in the end, it seemed like a really big deal. It is a big deal, man. And so I didn't think the public did not love his first team meeting where they showed him. So yeah, so he just came off as like a little bit, I don't know. He just didn't have an energy. It was kind of weird. So it was more about
like almost like he was forced to be there, not like he wanted to be there, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he was almost trying to say like, I'm honored to be here as your coach instead of everyone hates the Giants. Nice, Martin. I agree with that. Right, and the Cowboys. Is he a Cowboys fan? No, Martin is. You remember?
I can't remember what Martin is. I know he told us, and I cannot remember. Martin, what's your team? Tell us your team again. Your team, remind us and tell us how stupid we are for not remembering.
Yes, because that's pretty bad.
I know, right? He's told us a few times, I'm sure of it. I remember him talking about it. But, I mean, I'm with you, though, dude. I think people expect a lot out of Harbaugh in that spot, right? Like the same way that they treated Urban Meyer going to Jacksonville. Right? Like everybody thought that like, oh my God, look at this. This is a match made in heaven. It's going to be the perfect storm. Look at what's happening here. Like, that's what I think Harbaugh's dealing with right now. And so maybe he's trying to temper expectations a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's trying to keep things a little bit more grounded just so that shit doesn't get crazy and then, extremely disappoint if it doesn't work out the way they hope. So, that could potentially be why he's acting the way he's acting. He seems like the type that would do that. He seems like the type of heady kind of guy who would do that.
Yep. And dude, Martin, on my bad, dude. Martin, he left the Cowboys because of the Parsons trade. I remember this now. He's a Patriots fan now, which I don't know if I love that either, Martin. Right. I got to be honest, man. What are you doing? Cowboys.
I know, right?
It's like America's team to America's team that people love to hate. Are you a Red Sox Yankees fan?
I think I told him this before. I said I think it was like going from like the main dumpster outside the restaurant to the landfill. Like it really didn't upgrade at all, But hey,
I don't know.
One teaches on.
Tomorrow something happened to the Eagles, and I had to choose another team. I would pick a young team. I do like the Raiders,
the Panthers or something.
Like young, the Raiders are very young. Panthers are super young, at least at their skill positions. Patriots have always been number 2, huh? Wow, you didn't have too many disappointing years, my friend. Because I know you're a little bit older than right in our age range, and so you had some great years in the '90s, and you had some phenomenal years the last 15 years. That's kind of amazing.
You know what that sounds like to me, right? That sounds like to me like, hey, I'm on this bandwagon right here. Oh, look, that one's going faster. Let me jump over to this bandwagon over here. Now I'm on this bandwagon. That's
depending on what LeBron does next, we'll see what happens.
Right, he's going to be a Miami Heat fan all of a sudden.
So did that happen? That hasn't happened yet, right?
No, not yet, but supposedly it will soon. According to Rocky at Fanatics Fest with his backstage insight, right? I guess he says that LeBron said to have everything that had referenced Miami taken down, but didn't care about any other team. I don't know what that means, but
so LeBron, but LeBron, dude, the numbers, like the betting went insane. Everybody bet on the Heat within like a 24-hour period, so like 100%. We're just picking on you, Martin. Sorry.
We just
really Sean. I wasn't really saying anything. It was really Sean.
It's true. It was 100% me.
I'm just kidding. He's a Cardinals fan, so he's suffering too. Screw LeBron. I do not like LeBron. I know they all flop, but when LeBron does it, it hurts me more than any else. And there's a Instagram channel where I just watch LeBron videos over and over of him flopping or going every 2 seconds, like pretending he got punched in the face. I do not love.
Are you talking about flopogram?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
I like flopogram.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man, Steph Curry, do you know they put up a Hall of Fame exhibit for Steph already? He's not even in the Hall of Fame yet. They did like a whole section about Steph Curry with all his stuff and everything already. So like my man is in, but that's the way. I mean, man, if there's a guy that you could say, and he might have some skeletons we don't know about, but like everything that's on board, it seems amazing. He seems like an awesome dude.
So basically, what you're saying is, if you got Kalshi, go and bet on, or go and hit your prediction market and bet on Curry making the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think that's gonna probably happen. Yeah. So
if prediction markets are still alive by then.
What would be the odds? It would have to be like an O.J. Simpson situation. You know, he would have to do something terrible to not make the Hall. You know, you'd have to be betting on basketball. You know,
what kind of car do you think he would slow speed chase the cops in if he did an OJ at Steph Curry? What kind of car does Steph Curry? No, it's definitely not a Ford Bronco. But what is Steph Curry's slow speed chase car? Like I'm curious what you think.
It's a Phantom, or he's in somebody else's car, because that wasn't OJ's Bronco, right? Wasn't that Al Cowling's Bronco?
No. That was OJ's Bronco that his friend was driving. No, you're right. It wasn't OJ. OJ's friend had the same Bronco. I think that OJ had. I think they both had a white Bronco, and that one happened to be his friend's. Yeah. I think. I'm almost positive you're right about that.
That is something that I've obsessively watched a ton of videos. Did you watch the Cuba Gooding Jr. reenactment thing? The show, like
no, but that's hilarious.
Oh, dude, Cuba Gooding Jr. plays OJ in like an 8-part series.
Hilarious.
It's great.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Boat
Trip plays OJ?
Dude, I'm pretty sure. On radio. He was radio.
Radio? Snow Dog is OJ?
I think Travolta's in it. Is he his lawyer? I think Travolta might have played.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah.
But does he turn into an angel and save the day in the end? Like, what the hell?
He starts dancing.
Right?
Wears a leather jacket.
Oh my God, Michael.
I just saw an interview with him with John Travolta the other day, and he was talking about how he went to go see Quentin Tarantino when they were ready to make Pulp Fiction, and he walked up and knocked on the door for the apartment, and he goes, "Dude, if I come in this apartment right now, to the left is a kitchen, the bedroom is back to the right." He starts naming all this stuff, and Quentin Tarantino's like, how do you know that? And he's like, "I used to live in this apartment." Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know how true that is, but John Travolta just told that story the other day.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We digress,
right? Right. Yeah, this is a fantasy football show, guys. Just so you know, it's not about movies or John Travolta. It is not a Scientology show. It is 100% fantasy football.
Once you and I are on, dude, there's a chance it goes movie real quick. That's the problem. There's a chance
I know.
Movie pretty quickly.
I know, right?
Cyborg was here. We could talk about Total Recall. But we can't do that without Cyborg. He has to be here to defend. So...
All right, buddy. So we are looking at about an hour in. I wanted to make sure that we got a show out for you guys today, but I want to go downstairs and party. So I think we're going to call it a day right now, guys. If there's anything you guys need, you're always welcome to reach out to us. Chris, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you coming on. I know that you're filling in today for Scotty. So that's awesome of you, man. We really appreciate you. And all you guys listening in, man, thank you so much. Like and subscribe to the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We will be at the expo over the next few days. We're going to come back on Monday. We're going to have ourselves a nice little get-together. I'm going to make Scott be on the air with us on Monday. Drunk, I don't care. Whatever the case may be, Scott will be with
on a couch.
Right?
We get Scott and Sean on the same couch. I think that's the move.
Right? It depends on what's going to happen as the show progresses. Scott might be asleep, Sean might be asleep. You never know. We both might be sleeping by the end of the show.
You could do a shot every half an hour on the show, or every 15 minutes. It could be a really
whoa, calm down, Cyborg. Calm down.
99 bananas flowing Monday in Michigan, baby.
Gotta love it. Oh, thank you so much, Dog. I really appreciate you, dude. I appreciate all of you listeners, man. You guys are the greatest. We are here from Ken. I'm Sean. This is my buddy, Chris. We are Sudden Death Fantasy Sports, and we are